Hello and welcome to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for Boxall Game 6. Australian Ice Hockey, start that again. Boxall Game 6 between South Australia and the ACT. Boxall Game 6. Eric Brook with you and Amelia Matheson alongside. Hello, Mel.
Hello, how are we?
We are here. We've seen two very interesting games of Boxall action today, and yesterday was an exciting game, exciting couple of games as well. Having a look at yesterday's results, the ACT, who are ranked 6th, got a 1-0 shutout win against Western Australia. Emma Newman, she is here and she got herself a shutout for the ACT. And South Australia, they were leading against Queensland 2-0 yesterday. Queensland came back and ended up winning in the shootout. So two very tight games yesterday.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what the girls can pull out today, and hope to see some good action here. And yeah, I'm sure South Australia is going to want a bit of redemption for having that lead yesterday and then losing it. So, and obviously ACT would want to continue on the shutout streak.
Certainly do indeed. And of course, if you missed the action this morning as well, we've just finished an excellent couple of games. New South Wales winning against Western Australia, and earlier on in the day as well, we had some other action as well, which seems like such a long time ago, really.
We had
now.
Victoria and Queensland.
Victoria and Queensland there.
Yeah. Queensland taking the win for that one.
So 55 seconds remaining of warm-up. South Australia in red, the ACT in blue, gold and white. So ACT have been able to draft some players in the various tournaments to assist. They've got a smaller pool of players in the ACT. But South Australia, a lot of these names will be familiar to you, Mel.
Yes, I have played with a few of these players. Played with and against on national teams and against in AWHL, and even stemming back to the original women's state tournament many years ago before they stopped that.
So I just bumped into Jo Phillis. Her name's very familiar to
yes,
both of us a little bit earlier.
Yep, I've shot a few pucks at her head in my time. Obviously wasn't aiming for her head. I just happened to go that way.
Just happened to go high anyway. So having a look at the goaltender situation, and Emma Moonen will be in net for the ACT. South Australia have the choice of Amelia Knight and Danielle Cavallesi. Amelia getting the start yesterday.
Looks like not setting up with her drink bottle and stuff in net there. So
just having a look at both on screen at the moment, the ACT down the bottom and South Australia at the top. So just a couple of moments there before we start play this third Boxall competition game for today. Of course, this is one of 4 national tournaments running together. And so Amelia not in net again for South Australia. So South Australia versus ACT, and we're underway. ACT getting first use of the puck down the right-hand side. Kenyon under some pressure of the Dilly variety. Pressure up against the boards. ACT trying to centre off some skates there. Pressure in front of the net. Stacks on there. The puck is free. ACT applying all the pressure early in front, trying to gain some ground now in Zamboni corner. Some good work there by Ebony Brunt. Battle up against the back wall. And South Australia managed to work it out just in the neutral ice now, and here's an opportunity for South Australia to advance the puck. Turning and chasing is Dow. Dow with an opportunity going straight up the middle. Handed it over to Lund. Lund And Emma Moonen there with the nice save early on.
Yeah, unfortunately for that D, it wasn't the best read on trying to clear the zone there. It was just handed straight over to South Australia there for an opportunity.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for South Australia. Amber Bettle will take it. Kept in the zone there by Gavin. South Australia trying to work the net early. Lunn was tied up. Good work here by Ruffino. Up against the boards right near the ACT bench. Out of the zone now. So South Australia will have to try and get it out of their defensive end. Battle right near the benches, and we have a whistle that's gone offside.
Opportunity for a little reset here. Coming up with some high speed, but a little bit shaky on both starts, just in regards to passing and trying to get it out of the zone there.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the ACT bench. Clearing it out back into neutral ice. It's Borat now. The puck goes wide, and it's back now for Trapiano. South Australia trying to clear it out of their defensive end. ACT not making it easy for them. Trapiano again with it, trying to clear it out. Right-hand side. Corporate corner there for Mutton. Up against the boards. Reinforcements arrive. The door of doom possibly going to eat another puck or another stick. And out of the zone. ACT having to retreat. South Australia looking to clear it out. They clear it out. Hoyle. Here's an opportunity for South Australia on the left-hand side. West looking to attack the net. The puck balloons in the slot. ACT should be able to clear it out their left-hand side. Attacking the stick of Borat again. Flung in from distance. For say South Australia can change. Battle. We have a whistle here.
I'm going to say that's too many men, yeah. Look, I don't know if the play was intentional, but the ACT person hitting it back towards the SA bench. The SA player skated on and collected it, and the other player had not even stepped off the ice yet. So
Crafter being sent over to the penalty box for South Australia. So ACT will go on the early power play. Too many on the ice. It was Longmuir's favourite penalty. Back now, ACT on the power play in the slot, getting sent wide. The Brunch has been busy. Trying to clear it out. A good job of clearing it out, Natalie Ayres. Leading assist giver for South Australia so far. Big battle on there on the board. Jessica Zhang, penalty coming.
I'm going to say roughing on that one, yeah. Just put her arms up a little bit too high on board contact there.
So 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 37. Whoops, well held there by the Zebra, caught the edge. Attacking zone face-off and power play coming. Oh, actually not a power play because we're even strength. Natalie Ayres battling up against the boards. Island Kenyon. Shot from distance. The puck's still free. The puck's free in the slot. They need to clear it out urgently, the ACT, and they do. Nat Ayres again for Gavin. Gavin fires. The puck balloons into the slot. But ACT should be able to clear it out. A minute 15 of 4-on-4. Opens up the ice a little bit. Shot goes slightly wide. On the attack here, South Australia. Almost bobbled out of the zone. Ended up more being a pass. Here's Gavin. Gavin with an opportunity in the slot, trying to sneak it in past the right-hand post, but well held. Deflected off Nat Ayres on the way through. Flung in by Brunt, and that will come back for icing because we're even strength.
Yeah, Adelaide really pushing there and keeping ACT struggling to get out of the zone there. And even strength play, it's anyone can go there. You don't have to just clear the puck on that one.
So as a player or a coach, 4-on-4, is that better or worse from your point of view, Mel?
I mean, when I used to play for Sirens, we were better when we were on 4. So it's yeah. You've still got to play the game though. It's not not the opportunity just to get rid of the puck. You still want to try to maintain control and create something out of that.
Is it something you train for?
Even strength?
4-on-4.
Yeah. You can train for that, and then you've also power plays, PKs, different numbers, but it's ideally it's the same as 5-on-5, just one less player, so different usage of the ice.
So 10 seconds of the 4-on-4, lots of board action, but not a lot of action in the crease. And that'll come back all the way back down for South Australia. An abbreviated power play now coming up for South Australia as their player returns from the box for the too many players on the ice penalty. Here's Lunn getting forced wide, battling against Island Kenyon. Player comes down. Is there an arm in the air? No, there's not. South Australia can continue. Battle up against the air in the end. Back to full strength. Nat Iris in the slot, backhanded shovel. Good save there by Emma Moonen. Up in the corner, Cafe corner, reinforcements arriving from both teams. They spent a lot of time down here defending the ACT. There's been lots of pressure, firing, not getting very far. Island Kenyon again. In the corner, Multana. I felt that from here.
And a broken stick on that one.
Oh no, Skaters Network will be getting an urgent call soon maybe. And well saved there. Lots of pressure in the ACT house.
Yeah, Emma looked to be covering that pretty well though. You can see on her movement. She's tracking well and then just holds down on that one.
Spent some time playing in the A-Dub this most recent season, getting called up.
Yeah, she's come a long way. I actually coached her in the Newcastle rep team and she was a player and we didn't have a goalie and I said, would you like to give it a go? And she's like, okay. And then here we are. She's now representing all over as a goalie. So
Crafter now trying to attack the net. Moonen with the handy paddle. Fun fact, I actually work with a father Terry in my day job. South Australia players collide. The puck's still free. I don't think either South Australia player realised where that was. A bit of friendly fire there. Clearing it out. Crafter all the way back down and that will come back for icing.
Yeah, so far SA had a bit more puck control on that 4-on-4. So we'll see if ACT can hold it in their zone a little bit longer.
It's been a while since the ACT have been down here, Mel.
Yeah. Hopefully they can create something off it.
9:10 remaining in the first. South Australia out of the zone immediately. Pressure there, trying to clear it out. And we have another whistle. Puck goes out of play. Right underneath us here in the central commentary position. A different view for you today, Mel.
Yes.
Neutral zone face-off, closest to the ACT bench. Flung out and not far off there by Alun, taking it from just beyond the blue line. Coming back now for South Australia, just happy to try and dump it in. Lots of traffic on that right-hand side near the penalty boxes. ACT getting the better of that one. Walking in, left-hand circle. There was an opportunity for Jilly Kenyon to try and connect with that one, but couldn't. Kept in the zone briefly by Dow. South Australia will work it out now. Shots on a fairly even, firing from distance, not reaching the ACT net. Opportunity for the ACT on the left-hand side. Past the outstretched stick. Good work there by Brunt. Cleared out of trouble by South Australia. Kept in by Stokes. Puck goes aerial. And it'll come back now for Zhang. Jessica Zhang orbits behind her own net. Has some company straight down the middle as she decides to go. Turnover here, but South Australia, they were off to the races. Can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, the SA player, she's putting her arms up in the air, didn't even realise. She hasn't realised that the player hadn't
Oh, she was certainly off.
Yeah. It was a defense. She got an opportunity to
Yeah.
skate. We want to go.
Absolutely. Captain of the Defenders Union. Right next to me. Back now, Nat Ayres. Back now for South Australia. Trying to clear it out the right-hand side. Multana was occupied. And that will come back for icing. $7:39 remaining in the first. 0-all the score between the ACT and South Australia. Attacking zone face-off coming up now for the ACT in Horace. Cross-ice pass, doesn't really connect. Multana clears it out. Almost as if she's on the penalty kill, no icing. ACT need to clear it out, they need to clear it out, they do urgently. Centering pass off some skates on the way through. South Australia looking to go on the attack again. Desperation, good shot there from distance from Multana and a great save by Moonen.
Yeah, it was a good shot coming from there, and she was trying to pinpoint that corner there, and Emma's glove, she got it up there for a nice little save.
And Multana's really developed nicely since I last saw her in the A-dub.
Yeah.
Attacking zone face-off coming up, and Multana, captain of the South Australia team. Gavin keeps it in briefly. Gavin chases the puck. It's back now for the ACT, trying to clear it out there. Left-hand side. No action really required by Knott. Multana first to the puck. Penalty coming against Multana, and that will be 2 minutes for tripping. Absolutely, commentators curse. I talked her up, said how good she is. She's the captain of the team. She's really developed. Next minute, 2 minutes for tripping. Sorry, Caitlin.
Whoopsie. All right, let's see what ACT can do here.
Here comes the ACT. 2 minutes on the small clock. 6:55 on the big one. ACT centering in the slot. Backhanded shovel was slightly wide. Trying clearing it out via Gavin. Does a good job all the way back down. No icing on the penalty kill. It'll come back for Island Kenyon. Passes up the right-hand side to Sister Dilly. Back now for Brunt. Brunt now centering or trying to set it, decides to take the shot on. Bit of pushy-shovey afterwards. Team Zebra comes in. And it was a good, I thought she was going to try and center it, went herself, and it was a good shot and a good save.
Yeah, I think the opportunity she could have, well, she's taken the shot, but she, her player that was coming through crashing the net there also could have received a good pass on that.
Good pass or a good rebound.
Yeah.
The puck balloons high into the air by Pickering. Paddle there near the door of doom. Big paddle, corporate box corner. South Australia trying to clear it out. They are short-handed for the next minute 15. All the way back now. Lunn first to the puck. Has some reinforcements, has somebody in front of the net as well in the form of Bettle. ACT with some wheels down the right-hand side. Entering the zone, crossing all the lines. Brunt has some support there briefly in Pickering. But too many red jerseys in the slot here. Here's Gavin now, getting sent wide. Good work in defence there by Stokes. And it will come back down. Still 40 seconds of the ACT power play as they try and clear it out, get up to the right end of the ice. That's left now for Brunt. Tapped on. Tries to find Pickering. Kept out there by Stokes. And that will come back now for Island Kenyon. Finding Stokes on the right-hand side. 15 seconds of the ACT power play. Doing a good job of keeping them down here. South Australia kept in the zone by Trapiuno. Nat Ayres trying to squeeze up against the boards. Held there by Kenyon. Trying to use some soccer skills. Penalty over. Back to 5-on-5. I just said the penalty was over, and now the power play will be starting again, this time for South Australia. Maybe I should just say nothing.
You're jinxing people.
Best players will be in the penalty box. got to have some fun. That's a long tournament. ACT now defending their penalty kill. South Australia on the power play for the next 2 minutes. A real liney sandwich there. Kept in the zone by South Australia. Nice cross-ice pass for Gavin, who sprays it wide. Nat Aris left-hand side. Lots of pressure in front of the house. Gavin again. Moonen, no action required, just watching it in the corner. Nat Aris in front, tap in attempt there. Lots of traffic in the house, lots of traffic in the slot, kept in the zone by Gavin. Now out of the zone, so a little bit of breathing space. 85 seconds of the power play remaining for South Australia. Gavin under some pressure by Horif. Gavin recovers. Good work on the blue line by Zhang, who was under some pressure. Now entering the zone, Bettel, Aris, trying to find Lund but couldn't. Kept in the zone by Gavin. Centering in front, Bettel just couldn't quite get the direction on the deflection. Firing, lots of bodies in front. Gavin, 45 seconds of the power play remaining. Goes wide. ACT need to clear it out. South Australia have set up camp here. Firing from distance, but it was good work to get in the way for that for Mutton. Save there by Moonen. Lund centering. Good shot. Back now for Martin. Kept in the zone by South Australia. Now in the sight and cleared out by the ACT. 15 seconds of the power play remaining. Not called into action briefly. With 10 seconds of the power play remaining. Here's West centering. Power player over in a couple of seconds. Nat Aris with it now entering the zone. Multana coming on. The puck's free, and the puck's in the back of the net.
They may have a discussion about high sticking on that one.
No goal. Well called, Mel.
Yeah, stick went a little bit higher. It's above the crossbar there, I could see on the tap down, so.
No goal, the call. High stick. Played with a high stick.
I get why the attempt was there, but you cannot chop a puck into the net.
I've often said try it anyway, and if you get away with it, well, that's...
Oh, yeah, that was very high.
and one thing to point out, it's not necessarily related to the height of the player, but it's the crossbar. The crossbar's height doesn't move. Multana with it now. Multana entering the zone, firing, got a stick on the way through. Multana still in possession. Cafe corner. Nat Aris centering, trying to connect. Can't. Bit of stick holding there in the slot. AC Tree trying to work it out. Kept in the zone well by South Australia. Now back into neutral ice, and it will come back for South Australia, who almost loses possession. 2:15 remaining. An opportunity coming as players fly everywhere. ACT looking to stay down here. Dilly Kenyon. That'll come back now for Island Kenyon. One of many family members playing on the same team in this tournament. Crossing the lines now, trying to squeeze through a gap, firing high. Opportunity there for Schmitz there. The secondary backdoor opportunity. South Australia get out of jail on that one. Trying to enter the zone. But they were already down shopping down at Glendale Shopping Centre. That's how far they were in front there, the South Australians, compared to the person who actually had the puck.
Just watching on the replay here, Ebony does a really good job at just breaking through that D, getting a shot. Just unfortunately with the puck wobble, the other player could not finish it.
Neutral zone face off. Back to centre ice. Gavin loses the puck behind briefly. Recovers. Cross ice pass. Just hands it over to Tank. Trying to enter the zone. Gavin. Harris first to the puck for South Australia. Getting sent wide. Getting around Zhang, squeezing through a gap. The cover defence comes back across for the ACT, and then it'll come back for South Australia. Minute 15 remaining in the period. Still 0-0 the score. Opportunity now for South Australia. Weaving, swerving, Desperation, players sliding everywhere, up against the boards. Moonen saves, and that was spectacular, if anything else.
Yeah, she kept her eye on the puck there. She's like, you can see her tracking along there, and just the Adelaide collision didn't give them the shot opportunity they needed off that.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for South Australia. Langveen will take it. ACT looking to clear it out. Well kept in there by Crafter. Opportunity in front, digging the puck, still free in the slot, but the ACT see it and realise, and that'll come all the way back down, and that will come back for icing with just over 42 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was good support by the defence there, picking up that loose puck, because Emma was down on the far side. So to have your defence there supporting you and getting the puck out, that's Emma will be taking a nice deep breath on that one.
So attacking zone face-off for South Australia. Out of the zone, turning, chasing, all the way back down. And that will come back for South Australia. Pressure there. Good forward-checking pressure there by Dilly Kenyon. Here's Multana. Multana with it. Trying to centre, but can't. Following up. Keeping it in the zone. Oh, well done. Keeping it in the zone by South Australia. The puck still in the ACT defensive zone. Still stayed in. Shot fired, deflected wide. Somebody's net guard's on the ice. Up against the boards. And that is the end of a highly entertaining period, even if there were no goals scored by either team.
Yeah, we've got quite a few more shots than the other two games to start the first period off. So, yeah, the home team, Adelaide with 11 shots and ACT with 4 shots, which kind of reflects, because I think Adelaide have got a little bit more puck possession in that first period, and Emma's looking quite confident in net though, so I don't want to do any kind of cursing or jinxing anyone, but Emma's looking quite comfortable. She's tracking the puck well, so.
You have to say what you have to say, Mel. It's even worked to your disadvantage sometimes.
If something happens, I will be sad.
So a very interesting period of hockey so far. 0-0 the score. A very short break between this period and the next one, and then the ice cut in 15 minutes time. Lots of end-to-end action.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities with having power plays and stuff as well. So
having a look at the South Australia bench there briefly. Great view of the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. If you're in and around Newcastle, we're here for another 8 days with the various tournaments that are on. And if you've missed anything, the Thought Fox Media Group YouTube channel has all the action there for you. And you'll be able to get a different perspective on some of the other games as well.
Yeah, quite a few different age groups going in the one tournament. First time that ice hockey has done this. So I originally was an inline hockey player before turning to an ice hockey player, and the tournaments were all held every age group, every division. So it's really nice to see ice hockey trying to, see if they can go that way. So I know a big supporter in that is Dawn Watch. That's something that she's wanted to do for years, and she's been working mighty hard to try and pull this off. So I really hope it's successful for her.
It's certainly been good so far. One of 4 tournaments that's running in conjunction with each other.
Yeah. And
so lots of action over the next 8 or 9 days. So back to centre ice for today's action. The third Boxall game of today. The ACT, who won yesterday against South Australia, who lost in a shootout against Queensland. South Australia just happy to dump the puck in. ACT working it out as Zamboni corner. Pickering was under some pressure by Nat Ayres. Some reinforcements arriving from both teams. Trying to clear it out. They do clear it out now. It was good work there by Pickering. Multana. Cleared out. Tapped on there by Brunt. Back into the attacking zone of the ACT. Cafe corner. Tropiano. centering, back into neutral ice. Multana, backhanded shovel, chases the puck. It's left there for Island Canyon for the ACT battle against Multana. And it'll come out of the zone via Brunt. Brunt now with a little bit of open ice, but I don't think she saw Bettle coming in the rearview mirror. Has put on an interesting battle with her. Up against the boards, Gavine's been busy. Into skate higher corner. One nice centering pass. Connecting now with Bettle, who's got two in front and one rapidly approaching. Bettle walks in, fires, good save. And cleared out. Lunn centering wide, no action required by Emma Moonen. Cross from one side to the other. Working things out was Dow. Back to neutral ice we go. Under some pressure, Ruffino. Gavine around one. Enters the zone. Gavine fires and a nice save there from distance. Good quality shot too.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Gavine's been highly impressive. One of the smaller players in this competition, but sometimes it's not about being the biggest player.
Oh, not at all. Everyone has their qualities, and you got to find your skill and make the most of that.
It's one of the things that actually attracts me about women's hockey. It's just not a barge fest.
No.
Back now for Gavine, centering. Back now for Tank. South Australia have it at the defensive end, trying to clear it out. The puck balloons high into the air. Where that will land, nobody knows. Back now for Gavine. Backhanded shovel, trying to clear it out. Back into neutral ice. Here's West now for South Australia. Got a wall of blue and gold. Centering. Couldn't connect with anybody in the slot. Martin was probably the closest. Gavine, left-hand side. It'll come back now for Zhang. Cleared out, all the way back down. And it will come back for Holab. Holab with it. Left-hand side. Pass was a bit too hot for West. Langevin with it now briefly. Cleared out there by Zhang again. Zhang clears it out, uses the wall, tries to clear it out. Puck balloons into neutral ice. Gavine with it. ACT promoting it briefly into the attacking zone. Back to neutral ice. Here's Stokes. Stokes clearing it out. Right-hand side. Gavine has to turn and chase. And so that will come back now. And it'll come all the way back for icing.
Yeah, I was just thinking in both these teams actually have smaller surface ice rinks in their hometown, so this must feel a little bit different for them.
Back now, firing from distance, deflected on the way through. Trying to keep it in the zone. Here's Multana with it now. Multana wraparound attempt, and Emma Moonen was up for it on the left-hand post from her point of view.
Yeah, the pad was there on that one. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, just both teams are having smaller ice surface, and then coming to this ice, there's a lot more ice to play with.
And also full glass here as well.
Full glass, yeah.
Back now, kept in the zone by South Australia. Cleared out of immediate danger by the ACT. It was good work by Dilly Kenyon. All the way back down for South Australia. South Australia cleared out on their right-hand side near the ACT bench. Play continues, battle up against the board, centering in some traffic. Here's an opportunity, Multana onto Aris, firing, glove save, manages to clear it up. There's a penalty coming possibly against Multana, who wisely skates away from it. Body checking the call. So,
look, she's crashing the net hard on that one, and the player obviously wasn't watching that, so coming in on that. So I don't know if it was done with any kind of malice, but it was definitely just by effort there, and unfortunately the other girl has fallen down, and the referee will call that.
ACT on the power play. One common misconception with women's hockey is that it's non-contact, and that's certainly not the case. there's difference between contact and body checking. Nat Ayres clears it out on the penalty kill. Moonen called into action again, just settles the puck down. It'll back come down for Nat Ayres briefly, flung into the zone via South Australia. So the ACT on the power play for the next 95 seconds, working it out from their own end. Here's an opportunity, was too strong for the stick of Brunt. Gavin in there, cafe corner. Brunt taking over now, walking in, watchful in front, the puck's free in the slot. Players everywhere. ACT still on the attack. South Australia need to clear it out. Kept in the zone. Zhang fires from distance. The redirect was there and it was well done by Pickering in front. Just couldn't get across the line. Coming back now for South Australia, looking to clear it out. They need to clear it out urgently. Don't worry about necessarily deking and trying to avoid the player. Battle in the corner near skate higher. Puck needs to continue to move. Nat Ayres. 49 seconds of the power play for the ACT. The short-handed South Australia just happy to dump it in, no icing. Partial line change for South Australia coming up. Island Kenyon loses possession. Nat Ayres in the slot. Opportunity was almost tapped in by ACT. It was close. Ayub does a good job of keeping it in the zone. The puck still free. Desperation even on the ground. Bettle. No support, wide, no action required. Moonen, 15 seconds of the ACT power play remaining, but they're at the wrong end. One last opportunity, trying to squeeze through some traffic, but Bettle did well there against Martin. Entering the zone now, here comes Gavin. Gavin fires wide. Zamboni corner, back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Multana comes out of the box. Oh, and it squeezed through 2 5-holes there.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate because you can see what Ireland's attempt was there and to try and block that shot. But I think it went a little bit higher in the leg gap than she thought, and she's gone straight over to Emma to apologise on that. I definitely feel Ireland for that one.
So it was a great shot from distance here by Ayub. Holab. Went through 2 5-holes.
2 5-holes, yeah, it was a good shot.
You know, a couple of inches either way and the result's totally different. So back now. And I was wondering what it was going to take to break the deadlock. And that's exactly what's happened now with the 1-0 lead to South Australia. Neutral zone face-off. Brunt. Clearing it out there, clearing it out, South Australia. Entering the zone, getting forced wide was Harris. Battle up against the boards, reinforcements arriving from both teams. The puck's getting closer and closer to Moonen's net. Trapiano worked out well for Harris in the end, left-hand circle, gets a quality shot on. Out of the zone, 1-0 the score in favour of South Australia. Tapped on, entering the zone briefly. It'll be cleared out there by Brunt. Stick lift there, which is okay. Working out via the backdoor escape route, trying to clear it out. Almost found Pickering. Found Trupino instead, centering, trying to centre but couldn't. Intended target was probably West. ACT play comes down in the slot. The puck still free. Back into neutral ice we go. Briefly. Multana goes slightly wide. Zamboni corner. Zamboni out in 7:40. Nat Ayres got Bettle for company. The puck's still free. ACT have possession briefly, but the net's off its moorings.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for ACT to take a reset on this one. I think since the goal there, they're sort of Adelaide putting the pressure on and trying to get as much puck control as possible.
So you were talking about rink facilities a little bit earlier. The two cities have been had new rinks been talked about for ages. great when that eventually happens.
I know. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later.
Good save. Ruffino firing from distance. Good save down low by Moonen on the left-hand post. That'll be a boom for hockey, both in the ACT and South Australia.
Oh, huge. Brand new facilities.
Any brand new facility in this day and age is certainly welcomed. Back now, ACT trying to clear it out. Kept in the zone briefly by Newbound. Nat Ayres. Up, finding some skates, trying to find Multana. Battle there. Tank. Here's South Australia. Pass here for Bettle. Bettle with a backhanded shovel. Gets into the zone, uses the boards. Centering, trying to find Ayres but couldn't. Ruffino thinks about firing it in. Just elects the pinball around the boards, giving herself an opportunity to change. That could have been a messy change too. I thought there might have been too many, but no. Icing waved off. Back for South Australia with 6:30 remaining. Clearing it out. Here's an opportunity for Lund. Gets past one. Lund off for the races. Fires deflected by Moonen. Zamboni corner. Kept in the zone by Gavin. Finds Harris. Battle in the corner. Reinforcements arrive. Puck needs to continue to move, and it does. Good opportunity in the slot. Lund was there and thereabouts. Gavin coming back with the puck. Finding Lund again. Back into the ACT attacking zone. The puck's free. Harris was trying to battle against Kenyon of the Island variety. Back now for Gavin. Gavin fires. Moonen deflected. 5:48 remaining. Zamboni corner. Lund got a deflection on the way through. South Australia look to keep it in the zone. Firing high and wide. Kept in the zone. Bore it. Back into neutral ice. South Australia have to turn and chase. Not a lot of whistles in this little segment, Mel.
Not at all. Lots of gameplay.
So into neutral ice right near the penalty boxes that have remained closed for a little bit of time. ACT on the attack. Nice little drop pass on the right-hand side. That one took not a little bit by surprise, I think, by the height and the speed. Trying to clear it into the slot. South Australia, though, there in numbers with 5 minutes remaining before the Zamboni break. Here's West now. West all alone. Fires. Blocker save there by Moonen. Good save and a good deflection to Zhang. ACT are still in trouble. Bettle firing. Looking for the wraparound attempt. And Moonen just couldn't get back quick enough. She really tried to zoom across from right post to left post, but South Australia have squeezed it home.
Yeah, that's unfortunate on that one because she does move across the post there, and there actually was an ACT stick behind her leg there, and the puck has managed to squeeze through both.
So she came across rather quickly,
and
Bettle had some work to do.
Yeah, the stick being there might have been her not being able, like Emma not being able to get right on her post there, but good pressure by Adelaide. So
2-0 to South Australia. Applying some pressure, Multana first to the puck, centering in front, almost goal number 3. Langbein was camped out on the post. ACT just need to clear it out. All the momentum's in the favour of South Australia at the moment. The puck balloons into Zamboni corner. Multana, there is a penalty coming. Extra attacker coming on for South Australia. Multana. Extra attacker on, but just as that happens, ACT touch up. Slashing the call, penalty box door will be opening. Mel, I'm not taking responsibility for that.
No, you don't have to on this one.
There was a bit of a gap. There was a goal between the time I said that and that happening.
Yeah, exactly. You cleared your conscience.
Attacking zone face off and the power play coming up now for South Australia. ACT short-handed for the next couple of minutes. 4 minutes on the big clock, just under 2 minutes on the small clock. Here's Gavin now. Gavin, the puck balloons high in the air. Moonen had to judge the aerial route. Just missed the catch. Those ones are difficult because sometimes you've got no reference point as the puck balloons into the air. Fired from distance. Moonen right-hand post save. On the attack, Multana point blank range. Multana, that was so close. Moonen, fantastic.
Yeah, Moonen comes across there and he's quite strong down low. Holds it, and I think she kind of said something to the referee there, maybe getting a little push.
3:35 on the big clock, minute 27 on the power play clock for South Australia. Oh, across the face of goal, Multana couldn't quite connect. Gavin finds Multana. Multana, it's Aris for company, who's circling the net. Looks like she's looking for parking at the local rink. Shot fired, deflected in the slot. I don't think a couple of players realised where it was there.
That was a bit of a high shot.
And that'll come all the way back down for Gavin. Cross ice pass. Still on the power play for the next 50 seconds. South Australia as Crafter comes onto the ice. Wrap around the attempt. The puck's free. Up against the boards. Bettle. Sticks everywhere. Players everywhere. Flung into Zamboni corner. Gavin backhanded shovel. Just firing it back in. Trying to clear it out as Stokes for the ACT. Secondary attempt. Now they managed to clear it out, but only as far as the blue line. Fired in from distance. Deflected into Zamboni corner. And they'll come back now for Lunn. Appealing for a penalty. South Australia not coming. Firing. Bettle getting tangled up. The puck still free. Oh, that's got Bettle in the knee. That hurts. And players rushing from everywhere. Well kept out by the ACT.
Yeah, Adelaide showing quite a bit of dominance on that power play there. So ACT having to scramble a little bit, but they've held them out, so that's good.
2:12 on the big clock, 6 seconds on the small clock. Shot attempt from distance. Oh, across ice. Harris was waiting for the backdoor opportunity. Couldn't connect. Back to Even Stevens. Out of the zone, ACT, after they almost had rights to occupy the property down there, South Australia, for ages. Here's an opportunity. Gavin with a little bit of open space. Up against the boards. Harris. 1:45 remaining. Reinforcements arriving. The door of doom again. It was good work there by Stokes. They're tying up the puck. Puck continues to move. In front, and what a save again.
Great attempt by Adelaide there.
Great work by West in front, bringing another squeeze in there.
Net presence been really strong by South Australia, and but Emma tracked that one really well to glove that.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for South Australia. 90 seconds remaining in the period. South Australia 2-0. Centering in front. Bettle couldn't quite connect. Multana deflected into the slot. ACT should be able to clear it out, but can't. Multana. Contact there after the puck disappeared. Zamboni corner. ACT just need to get it out of there. They spent too much time down here. Battle up against the boards near the South Australian bench. Puck needs to continue to move, and it does eventually end up in the favour of Borat for the ACT. Cross ice pass, relieving some of the pressure. This just spent so much time down here. Off the skates. That's York with it. That'll come all the way back down. South Australia, 35 seconds remaining in the period. They'll be really happy with this 2-0 lead. Multana looking for some support. Offside.
Mm, 24 seconds left here. So I think if ACT can just sort of hold that out and then take the period break, the ice clean, and try and reset off that.
Well, you just have to have a look at what happened in the first game this morning. Victoria came out after the Zamboni break, all full of beans.
Exactly.
Desperation there. One last opportunity, possibly not. Must be extremely cold by now. All the action's been up in the Moonan net and not called into action with 15 seconds remaining in the period.
Yeah, you can tell that with the shot count there. So South Australia with 30 shots on and ACT with 7.
So the eye slanted very much in the direction of South Australia at the moment. Attacking zone face off the ACT, 15 seconds remaining before the Zamboni break. Attacking zone face off ACT, kept in the zone. Stokes fires, good save there by Knott. Final seconds. The puck still free in the slot. Stokes with an opportunity. South Australia had players in the slot, and that will be the end of a great period, especially for South Australia, with a 2-0 lead. Shots on goal favouring South Australia by 32-7.
Yeah, just look at Emma Moonan's face here. She's skating on. She's taking some deep breaths, and so as she should. I mean, she's had a lot of shots on.
Oh, that was nice sports personship.
Yeah.
On the way through, a bit of goalie love there, the goalie union.
Love to see that.
Oh, it's great effort by Moonan. You know, the very hard work being a goalie at the best of times, and especially when the ice is slanted towards you.
Yeah, and obviously South Australia with a couple of power plays on that as well. So being outnumbered makes it a bit harder. So she's been doing really good though.
But this is the thing, she's got the opportunity in this tournament to play for the ACT. An SOS was sent out.
Yeah.
And Emma answered the call.
Yeah.
Interesting story while I find these goal scorers. The actual first time I met Emma was here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium during the Stampede tournament.
Ah, right.
And there was lots of interviews, including Emma at that stage.
Yep.
And as you mentioned, a skater first of all.
Yes, she was. And we just did the whole, we don't have a goalie, would you like to try? She's like, okay. And then she was actually quite natural at it. And she's like, that was fun. And I was like, you want to go again? She's like, yep. And so it kind of just continued. And then, yeah, she's just excelled. She's been able to represent and the opportunity for playing other teams as well. So little fun fact is my first time playing for state, I actually played for ACT. I missed the tryouts for New South Wales, and so I wasn't accepted on the team because I was overseas at the time, and ACT needed players, so I played with them. And Christy Tank, actually, I played with her back when I was 17, so which is obviously not that long ago.
No.
But it's fun. It's good to see that she's still kicking on there and playing around.
So goal scorers for South Australia, both in the second period. Holgob, her first of the tournament, assisted by Lunn. And the second goal, Amber Bettle, unassisted for the second goal. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. South Australia 2, ACT 0. Back soon. Welcome back to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Eric Brook and Amelia Matheson with you. And we've got an interesting game on our hands. South Australia leading 2-0 after 2 periods.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of periods of hockey there. It's South Australia showing more dominance in regards to the shot count there, but Emma Moonen really doing well in her goalie position there, along with that ACT defense, just clearing the puck as much as they can after rebounds. But it's yeah, it's going to be an interesting. We've seen both the previous 2 Boxall games. They come out third period and really got that second wind.
So you can remember what it was like when you played those 2 periods basically back to back. Then you had the ice cut. So you know exactly how they're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, you feel refreshed, that's for sure. So, and then you try to get everyone hyped up in the change room and hope that spark shows out on the ice there. So
we're looking at the ACT bench at the moment. They had a very good win yesterday against Western Australia, who were the top-ranked team. And here's South Australia. They led against Queensland. Queensland came back and equalised with 44 seconds remaining. And then Queensland won in the shootout.
Yeah, that sounds like that would have been a good game there to watch.
Certainly was. So I had a shootout to start and finish my day yesterday. So back to centre ice we go. 15 minutes on the clock. Shots on favouring South Australia 32-7. That doesn't mean that there haven't been other opportunities that the ACT have had, and we're underway for the third and final period. Nat Oris comes in and takes the puck. She walks in, fires, good save Moonen. Oris gaining possession of the puck. Got Mulcahy to lend a hand, kept in the zone by South Australia. Coming back in opposition, Kenyon, the puck's free and squeezes out of the slot. Kept in the zone by South Australia. Monster, Nat Oris fires the 5-hole close rather quickly. Secondary attempt. And Moonen has been on for this first 30 seconds of the third period as they try and clear it out. Kept in the zone by Jamie Lunn. Cleared out by the ACT. Kept in the zone just by Holub, who scored a goal for South Australia in that second period. Well kept in the zone. Firing, and that was rather high. Rebound, puck's free in the slot, the puck's free, the puck's free, the puck's free. And the puck is in the back of the net. It was there for an eternity.
That is a tough one. There were a lot of legs and a lot of sticks around. Fortunately, Emma wasn't able to jump out to reach that one, and South Australia end up lucky getting the stick on it.
So Amber Bedell home first for the flyby. Look at all the players around.
Oh my God, there's so many players.
Like seagulls fighting over a chip. Back now, Crafter. Gavin trying to squeeze through a gap that wasn't there. Some stick holding there possibly. Battle up against the boards. The intensity. Ruffino. 3-0 now to South Australia. It'll come back all the way for Lunn. Lunn. Player dropped the stick. Cleared out of the zone, back into neutral ice. It'll come back now for Howarth. Come back now for the ACT at their own defensive end. Left-hand side, kept in the zone well by Ruffino. Play continues now. Big battle up there against the boards. Reinforcements arrive, deflected in the centre ice. Here's Gavin into the slot rather. West. They keep it in the zone. Gavin centering. Aris in the centre of the action. Now they manage to clear it out, the ACT, and all the way back down. And that will come back for icing.
Yeah, South Australia come out with a bit of jump here, so ACT needs to respond with some good defensive work here and some breakout passes and try and get them going the other end.
The mountain is there to be climbed for the ACT, but can they climb it is the question. Nat Ayres face-off win. Multana, hold up, trying to centre but can't. Schmidt was there, and Horif was there. Coming back, Multana in good position for South Australia. Centering pass really didn't connect with anybody or anything. That's left for Island Canyon for the ACT. Multana was under pressure by Tank. Ayres centering, not controlled off the stick there of Martin. Counter-attack opportunity here by York. It'll come back down, back into neutral ice. Well done by Jamie Lunn here, taking over, trying to fire past the Ayres, but the pass was wide. Not even a 6'6" hockey player could have got that on their stick, possibly. Shooting from an angle, coming off for a change. Nat Ayres back now for Tank. Neutral ice, Lunn just happy to fling it in. South Australia have to retreat. It's left for Gavin, and that will come back for icing.
Yeah, as I was saying before, it's really important for ACT now to try and produce some good tape-to-tape passes to get going north.
So Bettle elects to go towards the left-hand circle. Not too long ago, you didn't have a choice of which side you wanted. Cafe Corner. Fish cocktails yesterday were nice in Cafe Corner. ACT try to clear it out. Around one, around two. It's great work there by York. Chasing the puck. Gavin. Multana. Good work initially by Dow, but Multana was stronger. Centering pass, couldn't connect with Nat Ayres. Monster pressure. Nat Ayres. Tic-tac-toe. And Bettle, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Bettle's hat trick.
Yeah, that's a good play there by South Australia, just as applying pressure and then capitalising off a defence mistake there. Being in the right positioning, getting that pass, and then getting it back to back door. It's goalie's worst nightmare.
And also having a couple of different options as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was 2-0 about 4 minutes ago is now 4-0.
Yeah, good response by South Australia, trying to make a mark on their goals.
Back now for Gavin. Gavin centering, going high. The puck's still free. ACT trying to work it out of their defensive end. Dilly Kenyon in some traffic. Getting forced wide, trying to get forced wide, but still got a decent shot on. Brunt now. Puck's free in the slot. Gavin does great work trying to get it out. Gavin now centering off the stick of West briefly. It'll come back now for Pickering. Pickering on the left-hand side. Trying to get around one. Has no support. Lots of red jerseys there. Now some support comes in near the door of doom. South Australia looking to clear it out. Battle up against the boards. The puck's free. Now they can clear it out towards the centre. Opportunity here for Tank. Tank slightly wide. Cleared out by Gavin. Off the skates there of Harris. Backhanded shovel just to clear the zone. Now for West. West now all alone. West goes wide. No action required there by Moonen. And ACT cleared out the left-hand side, kept in the zone by Holub. And then we'll come back for the ACT to clear it out their right-hand side. Nat Ayres kept in the zone there by Newbound. Bettle centering. Oh, yes! Jamie Lunn in the slot, left unattended. Moonen could only do so much as that one sailed by.
Yeah, right place, right time on that. And the South Australia player seeing that, working hard in the corner there, and then our slot area player getting good stick on that, getting it just behind the goalie on the back post there.
So can confirm, going back a little bit, Bettle with a natural hat trick. Can confirm.
In a national tournament, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Run with it now, battling in Cafe Corner. Island Canyon, reinforcements arrive, including the natural hat trick of Amber Bettle. If she doesn't get the miners hat or whatever the equivalent is for South Australia, I don't know after that performance. Back now for Newbound. Pressured, cleared there. Here's Lunn, back to centre ice, Island Canyon. Bettle's had a fantastic game, not including the hat trick. The hat trick's the cherry on top. Multana applying lots of pressure. Lunn coming in to provide some support. Island Canyon, Cafe Corner. Out of the zone now, Borat. Cross ice pass. ACT did to clear it out. Mutton, cross ice pass again. That Iris teaming onto the puck. Right onto the referee's skates. Back now for Mutton, who did score the ACT goal yesterday against WA. Battle on the half wall. Reinforcements needed to arrive for the ACT, but there were none. Cleared out. Kept in the zone by Jessica Zhang. Centred. But South Australia there in numbers, and they managed to clear it out by Ruffino. Back for Dilly Kenyon. Has some work to do going backwards. Guarded there by Iris. Opportunity here now for Brunt. Brunt enters the zone now. Brunt walks in. Still has possession. The puck's still free. South Australia could clear it out. And it goes back to neutral ice with 7:37 remaining. It'll come back now for Zhang. ACT looking to clear it out right near their bench. Opportunity in the slot for South Australia. Can't take advantage, out of the zone with 7:20 remaining. The mountain is extremely hard for the ACT to climb now. They're not quite at the stage of needing a helicopter, but it's getting close with 7 minutes remaining, and they're full of running. South Australia, Harris squeezing it into the zone, out of the zone. Opportunity with a little bit of ice for the ACT. Entering by Schmitz. But South Australia, Mel, have just got the legs. Here comes Lunn. Lunn now firing. Good save, Moonen. Lunn chasing the rebound. Very close to going in. Moonen having to get back to the left-hand post. And it will come back now for Holub. Holub with it now. Squeezing through some gaps. ACT there in the slot. Lunn firing. And it will come back now for Bettle. Bettle comes down. Penalty box door will be opening. And South Australia will be going on the power play.
Yeah, it looked like ACT was having a couple of good looks there and just sort of going down, but they're fortunately just putting themselves in situations where South Australia is just sort of collapsing on them and putting that pressure on to gain that defensive advantage and winning the puck and literally turning around and heading back north.
So Emma Moonen is down.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a lace malfunction.
So just making some adjustments to the equipment. Looks to be okay, getting up and about. Just making some adjustments.
Taking a breather to slow down that shot count.
Well, that too. Kept in the zone by Holub, firing. Oh, got a lot of the South Australian player in Langveen there, right in the slot. Back now. Pressure here, pressure here, pressure here. Pressure averted by South Australia. It was good work there by Gaveen. Gaveen around a couple. Dillian Kenyon on the counter there was fantastic. Gaveen with a good shot. So great credit to Kenyon of the Dilly variety there to drive the ACT to the net. Holland Cross slightly wide of the Moonen net. Rebound off the boards. Going wide. Nat Ayres. ACT cleared out of the zone. Holub coming back. And that will come back for icing. You must have had many encounters with Nat Iris over the years.
I have, yes. I played against her and played with her on the national team. Yeah, she's a good human. She's really positive and she works hard.
And she's been around the hockey scene for quite some time, but she's still relatively
She's still young. I know. It still blows my mind seeing that.
Back now for the ACT, trying to clear it out. Entering the zone now, Bettle just happy to fling it in. Got an unfortunate deflection off an ACT leg on the way through. Made it a bit more difficult for Moonan. Kept in well by Gavin, sent into cafe corner. Back for Island Kenyon, who of course has played for the Sirens as well, as we complete a roll call of A-dub players, which will take some time.
A lot of the ACT team just played for the Sydney Sirens this past season.
Backfiring Bettle in some traffic, still trying to regain possession, even though she was on her knees and not on her skates. ACT managed to clear it out. So there is still a power play in operation for South Australia for the next 10 seconds. ACT still sitting in the penalty box. Good work here by Pickering. So power play just about over. South Australia clearly dominating. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. All the way back down, and it'll come back for Zhang, and we have another whistle. And that'll come back for icing.
Yeah, that was an aggressive forecheck on the PK there, and had a bit of an advantage. Just slow down the play and keep it down in the South Australian end, and keeping it away from ACT end. That's rewarding for ACT.
So South Australia just looking to wind down this last 4 minutes. Back now for Lund. Lund now, centre ice, finding Bettle. Here's York now. York, cross ice pass. Entering the zone, ACT just happy to dump it in. Holub with it now. Gavin, battle in the corner. Corporate box corner. Here's Gavin again. The very distinctive white shaft of the stick. Fired there by Stokes. Just got a lot of South Australia on the way through. Big slash there by Lund. Battle up against the boards. Across the face of goal by Harris. Kept in the zone by South Australia, Ruffino. ACT need to clear it out with 3:20 remaining. South Australia on the attack. Centering pass, couldn't quite connect there. In the slot there was West. Cleared out left-hand side. And that will come back for icing with 3:04 remaining.
Yeah, a little race for the puck there, and ACT fell short, couldn't get a step over that. So it's good work by the Adelaide player, making sure that she was moving to get that icing.
So an attacking zone face-off coming up for South Australia. To the right-hander blocker side of Moonan. Trapino trying to fire from distance. Actually copped a bit of a ACT player that was down on the ice in the form of Zhang. Firing west, good save Moonan on the left-hand post with 2:52 remaining. Attacking zone face-off coming up for South Australia to the left-hand or glove side of Moonan. Kept in the zone by South Australia. ACT should be able to clear it out and do. There's a foot race here for Newbound. Holub taking over. It's got Multana for company. Great forechecking pressure by Dilly Kenyon. Holub with it now. Trying to clear it out. They clear it out. South Australia. Cross ice pass from Nat Ayres to Multana. Multana taking over. Chasing the rebound. Almost, it was probably simultaneous in the end with Island Kenyon. Back to neutral ice, the centre ice we go with 2:15 remaining. Multana battling up against the boards. Reinforcements arrive. Here's Bettle, player of the match, no doubt for South Australia, wandering in looking for goal number 4. Nadaris busy. Opportunity in front, but can't reach Bettle. ACT look to clear it out. Minute 50 remaining. Ruffino trying to clear it out now. The ACT cross-ice pass doesn't connect directly with Pickering, but Pickering can stay him onto it. Pickering against Gavin. That's a very similar battle there in terms of speed. South Australia trying to clear it out of the defensive end. Contact up against the boards. Gavin with it again, trying to clear it out from behind her own net. Tries to find Crafter. It'll come back now for Zhang with 1:20 remaining. And then it'll come back to neutral ice. Schmitz, cross-ice pass. Come back now for Ruffino. Clearing it out with 1:05 remaining. South Australia well and truly in command of this one. South Australia just be happy to play at the upper end of the ice for the next 58 seconds. Lunn just happy to fling it in. Won't be icing. It'll come back now for ACT with 45 seconds remaining. Gavin has to turn and chase. And that will come back for icing with 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, ACT. Look, they're really giving it all in this last couple of minutes here, and I guess trying to make sure South Australia don't have that donut on the board there, but I don't know if it'll be enough. South Australia just have that little bit of a step on them and not giving them many opportunities to skate it.
Attacking zone face-off. Bettle will take it. The puck will eventually leave the face-off circle with 38 seconds remaining. Kept in the zone via Holub. Getting sent wide. Holub again with the puck. It'll come back now for Harris. Trying to clear it out in the corner. Trappiano got a skate on the way through. Deflected wide. 20 seconds. In the slot. ACT there in numbers. Cleared out. Harris now, right-hand side, trying to find somebody in red. 10 seconds. And South Australia, they had a shootout loss yesterday, but they'll come back and reply in the best fashion possible with a 5-0 win.
Very
and also
convincing.
A shutout for Amelia Knott.
Very convincing win, and plenty of shots on there too, with 45 shots for South Australia and only 9 for ACT. And unfortunately, 9 shots at a national tournament is not going to be enough to help them in these situations. So ACT need to go home, watch some video play on this, and reflect off that and see what they can bring at the next game they play.
So Amelia Knott at the top of the handshake line. Emma Moonen, top of the handshake line for the ACT. Great effort by Moonen in a losing effort. Did have a shutout yesterday against Western Australia, which is no mean feat in itself. Called into action for the ACT and very appreciative for the opportunity. So we'll just recap the goal scorers for you. 5 goals for South Australia, including a natural hat-trick for Amber Bettle. All the action happened in the second and the third periods. Holub scored first, followed by 3 goals in a row by Bettle. 1 was unassisted, 1 assisted by Lunn, 1 assisted by Nat Aris. And the last goal to make it 5-0 was Lunn, assisted by Crafter and Newbound. So handshakes all round. Zamboni on the ice. Amelia, thank you very much for your company today, your commentary debut.
Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks as always to our hardworking Thought Fox Media crew, the volunteers and stick taps all around, ACT and South Australian fans. Thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Eric Brook and Ellie Matheson, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Stick taps all around. Bye-bye for now.